Okay, I'm going to take a wild guess. You hear the words personal finance and your eyes just glaze over, right? Spreadsheets, stock charts, the whole idea of just hoarding a pile of cash. It's boring. Well, good, because this whole conversation and the book it's based on isn't really about money. It's about freedom. So let's dive into what that actually means. Right here, this one sentence is the whole game. Forget about getting rich just for the sake of being rich. The goal, the entire point, is freedom. Money is just the tool. That's it. It's the mechanism, the vehicle that gets you to the real destination. So let's just flip the script for a second. What if we stopped talking about finance like it's about getting rich and started talking about it as a way to get free? You know, having more control over your life, the ability to say no to things you don't want to do, to handle life's little surprises with confidence instead of a total meltdown. Now, that is a much more interesting goal, isn't it? And that brings us to this totally new way of defining wealth. Forget the number in your bank account. It's not about that. It's about capacity. It's about having the power, the breathing room, to decide what your days actually look like. That's the real prize. Okay, so if freedom is the goal, what's getting in the way? You might think it's how much you earn, but it's usually not. It's something way sneakier, something the author calls poor thinking. Think of it as this invisible programming that we're all running when it comes to money. So poor thinking is just all those little money habits that feel completely normal, but are actually quietly sabotaging you. It's not about being bad with money. It's just that your default settings, well, they're kind of broken. And I bet some of this sounds familiar. Do you try to save whatever's left at the end of the month, which, let's be real, is often nothing? Do you find yourself saying, oh, I'll get serious about saving after my next raise? Yeah, see? These aren't personal failings. They are just symptoms of a system that is designed to keep you stuck. And look, this isn't some academic theory. The guy who wrote this, he built this system because he hit his own rock bottom. I mean, we're talking bankruptcy, the nonstop stress of debt collectors calling, and then this profound, deafening silence and peace when it all finally stopped. This whole thing was born from real-world pain, and that's exactly why it works in the real world. So how do you escape this poor thinking trap? The good news is, it's not some crazy 50-step plan. You don't need a degree in finance. It's just one simple, automated rule. You set it up once, and you just let it run. And this is it, the heart of the entire system. It all comes down to this one simple fraction, 1/3. That's it, no complicated math, no weird percentages to remember. This little number is what's going to change everything. The rule itself is called first third to freedom, last dollar to live. And the name is perfect, because it tells you exactly what it does. The first chunk of your money buys your future freedom, and that last part, that's for you to live on, right now with zero guilt. Okay, so what does this actually look like in practice? It's ridiculously simple. The very first third of every single paycheck, before you do anything else, it automatically gets sent to savings and investments. That's for future you. The next third, well, that covers taxes. And that final third that's left over, that's your live bucket. It's your money to spend on whatever you want because you've already taken care of all the important stuff. And this right here is the magic trick. It's why this works when other things don't. Most of us try to run our finances on willpower, right? But motivation comes and goes. This is about building a system, an automated engine that just runs in the background, making progress for you whether you feel like it or not. It's literally putting your financial future on autopilot. All right, so a rule is great, but how do you actually do it? Especially if the thought of all this finance stuff makes you want to just run away. Well, you'll be happy to know the book comes with a super simple, totally non-intimidating toolkit. It was made for people who hate this stuff. First, there's something called the Freedom Tracker. And before you panic, forget spreadsheets. This is just a simple one-page thing that tells your money story in plain English. It's not some new app you have to master. It's just a way to see at a glance, hey, is this working? That's it. You know how finance books can feel like they're written in another language? The author gets that. So right at the beginning, there's a mini glossary for the big ideas and then a full one at the back for everything else. The whole point is so you never feel lost or, dumb for not knowing some random term. And what's really cool is it doesn't just bark orders at you. Take paying off debt, for example. It lays out your choices. You can go with the snowball method, get those quick psychological wins, or you can use the avalanche method, which saves you more money in the long run. The book trusts you to choose the path you'll actually stick with. There's no single right answer.
Okay, let's tie this all together. Remember how we started? I said this isn't about money, it's about freedom. So after you set up this system, what does that freedom actually look like in your life? What did you just buy?
Well, it looks like this. It's owning your time. It's having the agency, the power to say no to a project or even a job without fear. It's the peace that comes when a car repair is an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. It's having the resilience to face a layoff not with panic, but with a plan. That is the real return on your investment.
If there is just one single thing you take away from all this, let it be this. Motivation fades. It always does. Good intentions are great, but they are not a plan. But a simple, automated system that runs for you every single payday without you even thinking about it, that is how you win.
So just picture it for a second. The system is up and running. It's quietly securing your future in the background. You're less stressed. You have more options than you've had in years. So the only question left to ask yourself is, what are you going to do with all that freedom you just bought back?